Wow. If you're gonna add backups, what is he doing?
이거 나오잖아요.
This man's breaking all the rules. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin Burke. I'm a singer-songwriter and vocal coach. It was please me like we're in a movie. If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there. And if you want to learn to sing, you can learn. Maybe you think that you weren't born with a great voice. Well, it doesn't matter, because these are muscles and you can improve them. I used to not be able to sing to save my life. Many of you know my story. Now I'm a professional singer. We have taught thousands of people how to sing, just like us, just like you. Well, maybe you are already an amazing singer, but if you feel maybe like you could improve, I'm telling you, you can, and it can be fun, it can be easy, and it doesn't have to take that long to have an amazing voice, a voice that could impress anybody. And when you're ready to prove to yourself really what you are capable of in such a short amount of time, you can take my free 15-minute singing lesson. It's on Singer. It's in the description below this video. So on the YouTube description, you'll see a link that'll take you to singer.tv, and there you can take my free 15-minute singing lesson. I'll take you through these kind of crazy vocal exercises, but by the end of it, you will hear an improvement in your voice, and it's going to show you truly what you're capable of. And so whenever you have 15 minutes, make sure to go check that out. And then when you're ready to actually join, you'll have access to all of the lessons. You can also meet me. I'll be able to meet you. I'll be able to encourage you, motivate you, guide you through the entire process of learning to sing. And I'd love to meet you, and I'd love to be there for you in that way. So anyway, whenever you have a chance, go check that out. All right, let's get into this. And this. Okay.
You are the cause of my euphoria.
Oh, so he's doing ad-libs. I'm still shocked that they're sitting down doing this.
급하게 들어.
Sounds a bit rushed.
한 번만 다시. 괜찮은 것 같은데.
That would have been good. That would have been good. Oh, those, do you hear that little 3-note trill there?
이것만 다시 해봐야 될까요?
This man's harmonizing with himself.
피님. 오케이.
Come on.
이 부분 한 번만 찝찝. Cause of my euphoria.
Oh, and the breath on the end, he nailed that. That was so good. That was so good. And I'm shocked that they're having them sit down for this. There are. Ooh.
Euphoria 어디쯤이지? Euphoria.
My guy can really sing. Yes. Oh, and the transition down, he's not even trying. That's great. When he doesn't even try, he's like right on pitch.
일단 그럼 내가 틀어줄게. 네가 해봐봐. 내가 어딘지 잘 못 찾고.
I mean, we've all been there. Like we're joking around, we sing, we get off pitch. Okay, whatever. This man's joking around. He's still just hitting everything right on. Crazy.
여기 방금 요 자리에.
네.
해볼게.
Euphoria. 한번 다시 해보겠습니다.
잘하면 좋을 것 같은데. 다시 한번 해볼게요.
Nice. Ad-libs are the most fun and also sometimes the most frustrating to record.
들었을 때 뭐 생각 나는 게 있었는데 지금 또 안 나네. 한번 부터 들어봐야 돼요.
I love how they're just recording on the fly like this.
제일 마지막에 넣은 거지 지금.
But there's no way that they recorded the leads sitting down like this. There's no way.
이거 괜찮은 것 같아. 네.
다시 하겠습니다.
I love the breath on the end that he always adds.
더 이상 넣고 싶은 건 없지?
뭔가 그 생각한 게 있었는데 사라져가지고 지금 굉장히 찔찔하게.
Oh, that's the worst. That's why
너무 이상할까요? 깔린 게
it'd be a
있긴
nice
한데.
harmony.
Cause my
What they should do is they should record that twice, throw some reverb on it, pan it, split it.
그냥 뺄게.
Nice.
그래요?
약간 투머치인 것 같아.
Now, the one thing they'd have to make sure is that that vibrato on the end was matched on all the other takes. Yeah, I did it the same vibrato, I think.
저
It's
겹쳐지는
an important thing to
하고
remember when you're recording. You're gonna add vibrato and then you're gonna add. Oh, I could hear some of that. That sounded great. If you're gonna add backups, what is he doing?
한 다음에 이거 나오잖아요.
This man's breaking all the rules
이렇게 한 번만
and still sounding like
해볼게.
like a
이상할 수도 있는데.
angel. Nothing else came to my mind. What else should I have said? Leave it in the comments. Help me speak today.
예예 받았잖아 지금.
Okay. I'm not sure I can recommend sitting like that unless you're Jungkook. Everybody else, please don't sit like that and record.
괜찮은데 이거는?
네.
크게 막
I will tell a funny story though at the end of this, if I remember, of when I was helping track vocals.
이걸로 바꿔도 될까요?
어디?
그 녹음했던데 뒷부분에 이렇게 해보겠습니다.
Yeah.
아 그냥 후로
이게
하겠습니다.
그러면 이렇게 되면은
Nice.
Euphoria.
Yeah, the oohs tend to blend. That ooh vowel tends to blend better than an ah when you're doing ad libs in the background.
또 다시 해보겠습니다.
좋은데 이거.
조금만 더 감정적으로 해. 킵해두고.
Wow. Look at that face out there. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I nailed that. Look at the face. He's like, yeah, that's right. He's like, dang, I sound good. It's the face. You're like, that's when you know you have a good take. Like the way that they're singing, sitting down, neck kind of jutted out a little bit. I can't recommend it. I cannot sit here and say that I recommend anybody else to do it. I think once you get to a certain level, you can break some rules. You can change things here and there because you've trained that much. Especially when he's like sitting. You see this the position at the end and sitting down like this. I don't know. Okay, I can't recommend it unless you're Jungkook. It works for him. That is a thing to remember though. In the other video, if you haven't seen it, I reacted to Jin in the studio. I showed you exactly how I tend to record my vocals, obviously standing up, and I kind of show you the positioning that I do and the little things that work for me. The important thing is to practice a lot with a mic and practice actually recording so that then you can know what works for you, because it's going to be different. And this leads me to my story that I actually remembered. Yes, okay. Anyway, I was helping track vocals for an upcoming artist, and I was really trying to help vocal produce the session. And what she would always want to do is on high notes, we had to raise this thing like crazy because it helped her mentally to stand on a chair really up high to then nail the high note. And that was that's probably the only time I'll say that. I was like, wow, okay. But that's the thing, is that you'll find these little tips, you'll find these little tricks that you can do that just allow you to really get the most out of your voice in the studio and in front of a mic. Sometimes what I like to do as well is I like to be in a vocal booth where you can cut off all the lights. I don't want any lights. I want it pitch black. Like, I want there to be no light. Do you get that? I want there to be no light. Okay, anyway, I want there to be no light. And then I step in the vocal booth And I just feel like I can get into the song in a way that I just can't when I can see different things. And I also like to cut vocals alone typically. So I typically like to cut my own vocals because I feel like I can just give it my all in the session. So as you go through this, you'll learn kind of what works for you. So anyway, I thought it was kind of an interesting tip there, but he sounds amazing. I mean, my guy's got the voice of an angel, like, and he kills it, and he sounded great even in a terrible position to sing in. Not the best, not ideal, I'm telling you, but he still sounds great. So props to him. What can you say? You know, when they still sound that good, it's like at that point you're like, well, all right, whatever, do you? You know what I mean? But again, I can't recommend it for anybody else, and I personally don't record that way. But anyway, leave me a comment. What should I react to next? If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you want to learn how to sing, if you're passionate about singing, then you've got to take my free 15-minute singing lesson on Singer. And I'm here to tell you that you can have an amazing singing voice. You can have a voice that literally could impress anybody, that captivates people. You could have that kind of singing voice. Yes, you. I'm talking directly to you. And I might be able to relate to you depending on what you're thinking in your mind as I am telling you this right now. If somebody were to tell me that when I was first starting, I'd be like, yeah, right. What are you trying to sell me? I'd be like, yeah, right. I can't learn to sing. But oh my gosh, you can learn to sing. Like now I'm a professional singer. Okay, and I've toured around the nation performing my original music. We've taught thousands of people how to sing, and it doesn't even take that long as you're following the right exercises. Now, if you don't follow those exercises, it's going to take a lot longer. If you don't have the right process, it's going to take a lot longer. See, I had to go through so many different things with like trial and error, different coaches, different things, different programs. It took me quite some time. But for those who are on Singer, they're getting results in weeks. They're able to sing so fast because, again, all it takes is the right exercises, the right process, 10 to 20 minutes a day. That's all it takes. And so when you're ready, take the 15-minute lesson. It's on Singer. You can get it immediately, instantly. You can get it. You can be literally following along with it like right after this video, and you could be improving your voice. And I really encourage you to check that out if you haven't, because it's going to shock you. Like you're going to be like, you're going to be mind blown because you're going to think, wow, like this dream that I've always thought, or this dream that I've always dreamt of and always wanted to do and just thought that I couldn't do it because maybe you thought that you had to be born with a great voice. You're going to realize that that's not true. That's not true. You can improve. You have what it takes. You have it in you. You've already got that great voice. You have, the muscles right here. We just need to train them. We need to improve them. You can have an amazing voice. Above all, that's what I want you to know. So don't give up on singing if you're passionate in it, because you can learn. All right. Tons of love. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.